Alright guys, I will be showing you how I put a 3D printed agitator inside the middle. I have to pry off the cap. Then I have this 3D printed agitator and I have to align it. I take the cap out. Sometimes it could go on the top of the agitator like that. And when you're washing, it has to be like mounted with the rubber so it does not fall off and go into the water, floating all over the water. As you can see, I'll just set this aside, put that over there. Then I'm going to fill it up with water. You can see I filled it up with enough water, so I'm going to power it on. And you can see the agitator go. Look at that. It's working. You can see it's like a dual action agitator. And it does a good job agitating. You can see agitating very good. You can see it only does a delicate agitation because it's a hand wash machine. And then when it's grabbed, it's stuck and it makes this noise and vibrates. So you can see I'm not even pressing anything at all. It's because of the digitizer having an issue. You can see it's a really good agitator. It's doing a good job agitating. You see the lid has its electric heater cover on it. So you can hear the noise. Kind of hear it because power button's blinking. Can't really see if you can. Alright, I'll just pause it. Then I'm going to add more water. Alright, as you can see, filled it up with enough water. As you can see some of the base of the agitator as it's nearly submerged. It doesn't have soap in it. It just has some suds from my butter load that I washed, and my video somehow failed because of an error on my tablet. You can see some parts of the agitator. Now I'm going to turn it on. Now you can see it agitating. You can see it's doing a good job washing. Maybe I should add a little bit more water until it just overflows to the top of this agitator. As you can see, not so much filled up until it covers the top of the agitator. Now look at it, it's completely covered up the agitator. Now I'm going to switch it on. You can see still agitating with this much water. Then I'm going to extend out the drain hose on the bottom because I'm going to get ready to drain it pretty soon, but not now. Now, as you can see, I just extended the drain hose out so I could drain out all the water in there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of more water in it. Okay, I just shut it off. Now we are going to pull the pin, and now it's draining up all the water. As you can see, As you can see, I blew off some of the suds on the agitator. You can see. Now it's draining all that water. I'll come back when it finishes draining all that water out. It's still draining. Kind of takes a long time to drain. You have to be patient in order for it to drain out all that water. Like it's still draining water, as you can see. I'll just go ahead and pull it out a little bit more, as you can see. Still draining. I think it's about to be all the way to the bottom when it finishes draining. See, that's just sudsy. See, it's almost done draining. Like, there's not too much suds in it. Sometimes clicks when you stop draining it. It'll just go click when you pull it in, pull it out like this. It just goes back a little bit. I think it is still draining already. It is almost done draining. I think it just finished draining already. As you can see, I can spin the agitator a little bit. And I could show you my spin drum. I put it through the agitator. You put the agitator in the middle, then start it up. Then it just spins. As you can see, it is spinning. It's doing a really nice job spinning. Although there's no clothes in it, we're just rinsing it out. Now I'm going to fill it up with water so I can rinse it out again. Filled it up with enough water. Now it's time to start the rinse cycle. First stroke of agitation. Now it's doing its first stroke of agitation to rinse off all those bubbles at the edge. You can see. See, and it has that timer screen. Can't really see it. Oh. I think it just stopped or something. Let me try to start it back up. And it's full of this water. It just completely shut off on me again. Let me see what happened. What happened here? I think it's because lots of water got underneath here. So now I'm going to have to try to... Because all that water got underneath the on-off button, and now the spring is fine. As you can see, I'm gonna have to melt the glue back in so I could get this thing pried back in, but not pried open. I want it closed. Now it's not closed. Trying to click start. Didn't even work. So I think it definitely shut off on me. See, you shut off the power supply. Oh, there. Now we fixed it. So now it's going to agitate again. So you grab the agitator, just kind of wears out the spines. And you can hear the spines getting grinded. But if I have it on continuous spin, now that is continuous spin. And I grab the center piece. The bolt is still turning. The agitator teeth in there getting worked out. You can see. So now, turn it back on. Now it's back on. See, like this cap came with that. And you can see power supply is drawing enough amperage power the machine. I'm gonna lower the voltage to 12 volts. Then it just agitates very gently. As you can see, it's just slow agitation. You can see how gentle that agitation is. See, just vibrates. It's kind of vibrating. Camera's kind of shaking because agitator is grabbed. Now it's delicately washing because I have the power supply on 12 volts. If I have it on 5 volts, probably 6. The motor will not be able to spin at full speed. And I would have to give it a quick there we go. It would have to be like that if where the capacitor was bad. If the capacitor was bad and the voltage was going low to the motor start capacitor, it would have to be powered up like that. As you could see. But the motor capacitor is not bad, it's just... What if I have it at 8 volts? You can see it's just agitating very delicately. Like I'm just trying to clean out all the fiber that just got in it. You can see the hair floating off. Now I'm going to put it back at its 12 volts power supply voltage. You can see. Put it back at its full speed. And then to prevent this thing from wobbling, I'm going to have to get a water bottle cap to prevent it from wobbling like this because it's just wobbling. I don't even have anything to prevent it from wobbling, but I think I have to use one of these to prevent it from wobbling. Okay, I tried to put one of those staplers in, so I'm going to press the start button. See if it works. Amazing! Nope! It didn't work. It barely even worked. Alright guys, it didn't work. Okay, I'm going to have to do something to stabilize Agitator. Anyways, I'm clicking the start button. So you can see now it's time to move on to the drain cycle, then spin. But let me show you why you should not drain and spin at the same time. Because the water climbs up like that. That's why you should never drain and spin on this type of model of machine. So I'm just going to let it drain out all the water before you drain and spin it. See, before you drain and spin it, you must have it. I don't need to realign it, but I just to show you what it looks like when if it's doing this. The agitator in the middle doesn't spin when the thing in the middle is barely spinning. It does not spin with the nut. Turn it fully, it spins with the nut, and the agitator spins with the drum. If it's turned like this, it's not spinning with the nut, and it looks like it's locked. Actually, it's not locked. Still draining. Down to the very bottom. You can see that it's gonna be finished raining pretty soon. All that water is gone. Kind of leaks against it. Make sure the water doesn't leak. Now we are going to start it up again. Spin cycle. See, the agitator is straight when it's only spinning one way on the spin cycle. It's just spinning this way. You can see it's spinning with the agitator, of course. The impeller must spin the agitator. Thank you for watching my 3D printed agitator demo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Cycle's over. Like, subscribe, comment. See you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.